Deutsch was just one of many innocent citizens of Skalitz who were present during the brutal attack on the village by Sigismund's forces. Yet his story is somehow even more tragic than the story of his neighbors, be it because of his political opinions or reputation. This is the story of Deutsch. Deutsch, as the name implies, was from a German descent. He wasn't very popular among his neighbors, his ancestry being one of the reasons, but more importantly his political opinions. He was married and had one son. While his occupation remains unknown, seeing him wear fancy clothes and drinking during broad light with the bailiff and his son Alex suggests he was among the wealthier citizens of Skalitz, which didn't get him much sympathy either. When we first enter the Skalitz tavern, we witness Deutsch expressing his criticism of King Wenceslaus and openly supporting King Sigismund. These political opinions not only caused significant discomfort among the bailiff and his son, who engaged in a heated argument with him, but also drew the attention of Henry and his friends, who overheard the entire conversation and decided to take matters into their own hands. Henry faces a choice: either agree to assist his friends in throwing manure on Deutsch's house, or distance himself from the prank. If Henry agrees, he starts with persuading Deutsch's wife and diverting her attention. This proves rather easy, as he informs her that her husband is currently at the tavern, engrossed in another heated discussion about royal matters. Once she departs, leaving Henry and his friends to protect the honor of their rightful king, Deutsch's son Hans and his friend Zbyszek unexpectedly arrive on the scene, initiating a fist fight. The fight is interrupted when Johanka starts yelling at them that the catchpole is on the way there. If Henry doesn't manage to escape the catchpole, he will be forced to explain his behavior, and this is where it gets interesting, because if Henry gets caught, this is how the catchpole reacts.
The Deutsch may have got what he deserved, but I have to keep order in this town. Do you take me for a German, lover? I serve my lord, and my lord serves the king, and that's Wenceslas. But what to do with you now? The Deutsch will make trouble if I let you off. You know what? The Deutsch got what he deserved. Now clear off before I change my mind.
Even Catchpole, the person who is supposed to keep order and justice in the town, doesn't really like Deutsch and is instead on Henry's side. This really shows how the villagers see Deutsch and his family, and how they think of them more as outsiders. Later we can hear other villagers' opinions about Deutsch, and they don't sound any better.
Don't talk to me about him. He's a good customer, but when it comes to politics, he's unbearable. The number of times I had to throw him and the others out so they wouldn't start brawling.
I've just been to the tavern. The Deutsch was saying all kinds of shit about how Sigismund should be king.
That bastard. One day he'll get his teeth knocked down his throat if he doesn't shut up.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us. It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
After the raid, we hear nothing about Deutsch or his family until we return to Skalitz to bury Henry's parents.
You stood by his side and he did this to you. In the end, you were a hero. You didn't run away, didn't abandon him like me.
We encounter Deutsch's dead body lying beside his fork, a weapon he once used to defend himself and others from humans. Tragically, he was killed by the very army of the king he had worshipped just moments ago. But the story of Deutsch isn't quite over yet. Do you remember his family? Unfortunately, his wife was presumably killed in the raid. However, his son Hans managed to escape to safety, although he injured himself while fleeing from the humans. Due to his injury, we can find him near the Sasal monastery alongside other Skalitz refugees who also sustained injuries during the raid.
Huh? Shit. What's going on?
You look alright.
Mostly, but my leg still hurts.
Did the humans wound you?
That's what I tell the ladies. Truth is, I did myself a mischief while I was running away.
Help me. And do they rebandage it for you?
Occasionally. They told me they don't have enough bandages.
Well, that's no use. Those bandages need changing. I've got bandages, so I can take care of it.
Wonderful. Could you tell Brother Nicodemus?
I can do it myself.
I thought you were a blacksmith.
Yeah, a long time ago. But unfortunately, I've had to learn a thing or two about the art of medicine since then.
Well, fine then. What the?
How are you feeling?
Good. It feels clean. Hope it helps.
It will. Tell them to rebandage you daily. You have the bandages here.
Thank you very much, Henry.
When we talk to Hans, we learn that his injury isn't too serious, but the bandages covering it are old and filthy, requiring replacement. If Henry is skilled enough, he can change the bandages himself. If not, he needs to seek help from Brother Nicodemus. With fresh bandages, Hans will survive. If left untreated, he will die from infection within a few days. Perhaps helping Hans would make this story a little less tragic and might even get you Deutsch's forgiveness. However, whether you choose to help Hans or not is your choice.